All right, on the bench today, we are, pretty much just getting all of our lanterns dialed in, getting new mantles on them, fresh fuel, getting them fired up, just for the fun of it. And it's, there's nothing special. Let's see if we can figure out a year on it. It looks like September 1976. Say it's not highly collectible, but they're fun lanterns. This one's clogged and dirty and needs to be cleaned up, which we are going to do. All right, I kind of want to talk about, like I said, the value of these things. Like it says, I say it has no value to it. It does. People have paid good money for, a nice quality Coleman lantern like this. But I'm involved with a whole group of people. We go to these campouts. We're all Volkswagen owners, and when we go to the campouts, there's going to be 5 or 6 people selling a bunch of different lanterns. So it's more like, I would say, supply and demand. So you go there and there's going to be probably 30 or 40 of these lanterns for sale, and you get about $25 to $35 just for a regular working lantern. Of course, the older they get, the more they're valued. And then when you get to some of the other specialty numbers, 243s, 242s, 200s, 201s, 202s, those are the ones that bring a lot of value. But these are just regular working, just like trade lanterns that people will, get and love as their first lantern. But they are always, they have their own share of issues. They're old, they've been filled up full of fuel and then allowed to evaporate and clogged, and just sometimes not really reliable. But they're still a lot of fun to play with, get running. And then if I could turn it over to a dad and a son who's going to have this as their first lantern for $30 and be able to use it the whole weekend and go on a lantern walk with us, then it makes it all worthwhile. So that's what I'm saying. They don't have a lot of value. That's how I'm kind of referring to it. But either way, you find these at a swap meet for 20, 30 bucks, you can't go wrong. You add some fuel to it, you put some new mantles, you cleaned it up, and you're going to have a good working lantern. So I wouldn't be afraid of trying to do anything with them. If you want to collect them, that's when you'll go to the, some of the more collectible ones. But all in all, great lanterns. A lot of fun to play with. All right, so I just went and tied on some mantles. I didn't show you how I did it because it's just kind of basic. There's fuel in it, and there seems to be enough. So I went, and I like to put, especially on a lantern that's been sitting around for a long time, I put as many pumps as I can get away with. Sometimes I put 50, 75 pumps. I've already got about 75 pumps in here because I want a lot of pressure to blow through whatever kind of junk has been sitting in there during the evaporation part. So you get your bags tied on, and then I still didn't look for my lighter, but you could do it with a stick match, even these old tired beat up ones. The main thing is you just got to burn these all the way down to where there's nothing but ash, and it'll kind of crystallize. And you don't want to ever touch them after you got them all burned through, and you don't want to light it until everything is completely burned. And you can see with one match I was able to get those burning. Pretty good. I'm gonna let those go ahead and ease their way up. You want it to be completely all white. The green on the top would be okay, but you want the mantle to be completely white. Now this, I found this for $10 at a swap meet, which was a little high priced, and didn't have a piece of glass, but it looked pretty good. And we can go ahead and, order a new piece of glass if we get this thing working good. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, I can already hear this starting to fizz up a little bit. So I'm just going to turn it quarter of a turn and get my match ready. Oh, there we go. And then let's see if we can get this thing to light. Hey, it's looking good so far. So the main thing is you want to let all the fire burn out before you do anything, right? And then once it starts, you go ahead and crank this all the way up. And you can see it doesn't seem like I'm having a lot of pressure. I might have a bad cap here. but it's starting to do pretty good. See if we get a little bit more air in it. So you can see it's starting to burn bright like that, so I'm thinking this cap is leaking a little bit. You can hear it going pretty good. Okay, I just got my replacement globe delivered from Amazon. I ordered it, a day on Prime or whatever. Again, the link will be below. So normally I buy these and they are made in China. So I just got this one, like I said, open up the box and I see it's made in Germany, which of course everybody wants it made in Wichita, Kansas, but it's a little easier sell on people when you see non-Chinese globe. I've used them many, many times and never once had an issue. Come on, I can't get this one out. I never once had an issue with the quality or the cracking or discoloring or the name coming off of it. So they're, as far as I'm concerned, they're still made by Coleman and their quality is fine. How come I can't get this out? Wow. There we go. Again, you can see it, made in Germany. Okay, so again, we have $10 we paid for the lantern. The mantles are $4.99 for the pair. And I'm going to probably fill it up, which is going to be about $5 worth of fuel. And $24.99 now for the globes. They used to say, oh, a lantern's only worth the price of the globe, $8. But now, $24.99, brand new globe. Okay, so I've got darn near $40 invested in this lantern that I'm not going to make my money back on. But again, like I said, right now I want to get as many as I can because I'm helping people out and I'm getting people involved and interested in the Coleman lanterns. And if it means me not making money when I resell a lantern at a camp out, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because I still have plenty of other items to put available. All right, again, for some reason I do not have a lighter. Let's just check and make sure we got plenty of pumps going on in this lantern since it's been sitting for a couple of days. And I thought I saw a book of matches over here someplace on that. I don't know where these came from or if they're going to light. Oh, look at that. So we're going to give this just a quarter turn. And my needle again, turn it down a little bit. We're going to let this burn a little bit and get itself hot. A lot of times I light them without the globe on, but I figured I might as well put this through its paces. And once that generator heats up, it should start glowing pretty good. There we go. All right, there's they have it. Cheap replacement globe, not so much cheap anymore, but still worth the price. And here we go. My $40 lantern's going to be worth about $20, so that's it. Now, either way, it's going to be a great lantern. I'm still going to take it apart and clean it much better. I want to replace the seal on the cap because I know that this thing is not holding a lot of pressure because I had this cap on another unit. But either way, good lantern, cheap price. Thanks for watching.